Okay, good evening. I'm not sure how many of you are online watching this, but this evening I'm going to be talking about the 3 pillars of a network. I'm going to be bringing up the PowerPoint so you guys could follow along. It's very important that I share this screen so you guys could see what I'm going to be talking about. So the secret lies in the 3 pillars. This industry is the perfect vehicle to reach our dreams and goals. And there's 3 basic elements: sponsorship, retention, and volume. And it has to be in this order too. The first pillar is sponsorship. Other companies have the order incorrect. They teach people volume and then sponsorship, which is why so many people come and go out just as fast as they come in, and there is no retention. So why is sponsorship the first pillar? Because my business is a distribution network, and a distribution network is formed with what? It's formed with people. So the second pillar that we have here is retention of people. Why retain them? Because if they come in and never stay, then you're never going to build your network. You know, not everyone is going to stay, and you have to understand this. A lot of people that get involved in network marketing, they take it too personal. They want it more for somebody than that person wants it for themselves. You have to understand that there's going to be people that lose motivation easily, and when someone leaves their group, or an entire group leaves them, they lose that motivation. So you have to understand that in network marketing, there's going to be people that come and people that go. And if we're entrepreneurs, we have to realize that it's the law of probability within our network. Some people will stay and some people will leave, but hopefully the law of probability will benefit you in retention, because if it favors you, then retention is more than people leaving, and your network will continue to grow and you will continue to have an income. The third pillar is volume. Why volume? Because we can be very motivated. You can grow personally, but very sadly, because a lot of people, their bank account is empty. Why is it empty? Because we obviously did not learn the correct strategies to create the volume within our network of distribution. The 3 pillars are sustained with an educational system, and it is why it's the foundation of the 3 pillars of sponsorship, retention, and volume. Because in the absence of knowledge, information, people do not know what to do. Do you know what is the main cause of failure in network marketing? Because a lot of people come in with a lot of hope, even intellectual people, very intelligent people. And you can even say that they're going to become a platinum, they're going to be successful, they're going to grow a huge network, and then they end up doing nothing. Why? Because they could come in with their own knowledge on how to do things. They might be a lawyer, a doctor, a cleaning lady, a secretary, a domestic employee. All that knowledge has nothing to do with network marketing. This is why it's a determinant factor to connect to the system. Our educational system is the foundation. It's the knowledge you will acquire as you are out in the field, when you're in action, and day by day, you're going to acquire experience. You will develop your capabilities, your abilities, and when the moment arrives and when you start speaking, it's like an autopilot. As an entrepreneur, 2 people, consistent in who you are. This is why the system is so important. The guide to success is your manual. It's the GPS that will guide you so you don't get lost and you don't lose your direction. When you have a doubt, you consult your manual. When you're lost in your path, what do? You consult your manual. If you need something, you go to your manual. And you also consult your upline. Remember, that's step number 8. So as a developer of a distribution of network, you have to remember it's sponsorship, retention, and volume. And in there, there's the medium and the long-term bonuses, the residual income, the rapid rewards, and explain to people about the linear income. Usually when someone comes into network marketing, they need what you call right now money. That's what they need. So you have to look at reality. Many people are living paycheck to paycheck today. So when they come in, you need to provide them that information and the tools Okay, I'm sorry. I had lost internet. So let me bring back the PowerPoint where we were at so we can start with the screen. And I was talking about if a person needs to make the right now money, which is called the linear income, exchanging time for money, which is okay. If the person needs to make $100 or $300 or $600, they're going to be able to get it right away. And it's so sad that so many people miss this opportunity that we offer them because they're too busy earning that linear income from a job and they're enslaved to that job. Then giving them the opportunity of earning the same income in only a few hours or days and be able to have the time freedom and do the things they love to do. So if the person needs this now money, then they have the capability to acquire it with our compensation plan. Why? Because For Life pays every single day. There is absolutely no competition right now. For Life pays us every day. And we also have the residual income, which is you do a job once well and you get paid for the rest of your life, even if you pass on. And if the person desires and wants to learn the basics, that's in the system and wants to convert to a business person, so then throughout the process, they'll begin to earn that residual income and begin to reach what they truly desire in life. So as a business person, we have to realize there are 3 types of people that we have to learn to work with in this business so that your network is 100% productive. What are the 3 types of people that we need to learn to work with? Now, mind you, all these things that I'm talking about are in the guide to success. So the first one is your customers. Your customers, people that are not interested in doing the business, people that instead of losing them, you convert them over to become one of your customers, put them on our product. Our products are wonderful. There is absolutely no competition out there. We know that. People that are in For Life right now, people that are watching and want to try, I promise you, try one of our products and whatever it says it does, it's going to do. And then you will become a product of the product. So we have to cater to our customers. If they don't want to do the business, that's fine. We put them on products. There's been many testimonies all over the world with the results of taking our products. Remember that For Life's products are certified, they're halal, they're kosher, they're in the PDR, which is the physician's desk reference. I mean, they have so much power, the products. So they're phenomenal. The second type of person you have to learn to deal with is distributors. And those are people that like to sell products. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Teach them, give them the tools and everything that they need so they can sell products. The third type of person is the developers. These are the people that want to learn to become an entrepreneur in network marketing. We need to assist them. So if you learn to work with all 3, your network will be 100% productive. You cannot go one way or a middle way. You need to have a balance and learn to work with all 3. So in other words, provide the resources a person needs or wants. That's what you're going to do with these 3 types of people. And in the Guide to Success, it teaches us how to work with all 3 differently. So you have to learn to work with all 3 types. And everyone has heard about the 80-20 rule kicks in. It's a universal rule. And if you're an entrepreneur in network marketing, then 80% of your time you dedicate to the people you identified who want to develop the network. That's where you spend your 80% of the time. In other words, do the business like you, because you have to duplicate yourself with others, and duplication in the business mind provokes multiplication. And remember, this is not all learned in one day. There are people that have learned all of this, that they speak well, they act well. And when you look at their bank account, it's at 0. How sad, because to them, it's just a theory. We lost it. Okay, I'm sorry. Now we're back online. So we have to edify the INT team and your upline. And we also need to use the brochure of entrepreneurs of the 21st century. The experience of each step will determine if you have success or not. So the first step is to sponsor. And there's a difference between sponsoring and recruiting. And there's a lot of people who are great at recruiting. And there are network marketing companies that are excellent recruiters, but it's not good for nothing. Because if you sponsor someone and someone is not a mentor to them, then someone that helps them, basically we model for them. As the system says, the only way for someone to learn is by mentoring to them. It's going out in the field with them and say to them, watch me, watch how I do it, and then that person will copy you. So recruiting is just bringing people in, but no one is becoming a mentor to them. And when I say mentor, basically you're just teaching, you're modeling for them. That's what you're doing. You are showing them how to do the steps. So the sponsor takes the time out to help develop the new person. And there's people in this industry that come in with the mindset of not applying this. And this is why they go to other companies, because they fall for the fantasy of, come over here, you'll become a millionaire, and you don't have to do anything. So what ignorance? Think about it. Doing nothing. I don't know one person that has done nothing and became successful. Success doesn't come from doing nothing. Success comes from a combination of actions, force, time to learn, grow, develop, and internalize what you are doing. So the first step in sponsorship is prospecting people. Why is prospecting the first step in this column or in this pillar? Because if you don't learn how to prospect and you don't teach people to prospect, then you will never flourish, because what we do is prospect people. And we know that there's been a lot of people that say, oh, I don't need to prospect anybody. Maybe they might not. Maybe they, have a big list and they have a lot of people that they can go after. But what happens when they bring in somebody that has a very small list or doesn't know how to prospect? So that leader never took the time to go with their upline to go learn how to prospect, to be able to teach others how to prospect properly. So what happens to that network? It's very limited and it'll be small. So you have to convert into mastering on speaking to everyone that's around you, everything that breathes. How do we pretend to grow when we don't even speak to the person that's right next to you? You could be in a line at the bank and you don't talk to anyone. Your children's teachers and you don't speak. With a lawyer, you don't speak. Therefore, you live in a fantasy world. I'm going to build a huge network, retire soon, have enough money to do things I want to do. It's all fantasy. You have to lose the fear of speaking to people. Speak to everyone when you go outside. You practice and you learn. And prospecting is something that I learned from my upline, which is totally different than how other network marketing companies teach you how to prospect. And I'm going to give you an example. This is just an example, and I use it all the time. Say I am at the post office. When I prospect people, I like to prospect people that work somewhere, not people standing in the line, because you can't really get to know a person. Remember that prospecting, when you learn to master it and you learn how to do it properly, what you are trying to do is find the hot button in that person. You're not trying to go out there and get their phone number. You're trying to go out there and talk to people to build relationships. That is the mastering of prospecting, is learning how to build relationships quickly with people. And so a lot of other companies teach you that when you go out and prospect, you have to get a bunch of telephone numbers. And what happens? You become like the cheap car salesman. When you go to a car dealership and you just want to look around at a car, then all of a sudden you have these people coming at you. Are you interested in buying a car? What color do you like? They start attacking you, and you just went there to go look. So you don't want to become a cheap car salesman. You want to learn how to build relationships. So an example, I'm at the post office. I go to the girl that takes care of me at the counter. And of course, their name is on their badge. I say, hey, Mary, how are you? You know, always be friendly with people, talk. And, you know, she'll respond and say, how's everything going today? You busy? Oh, yeah, the post office is always busy. Really? Let me ask you, how long you been working at the post office? And she says, oh, I've been working here 15 years. Wow, 15 years? You obviously like working here. And if the person says, I love working here, the prospecting stops. Why? She's letting you know that she's not looking for change. Many people out there, they continue because they don't have two ears and one mouth. Two ears and one mouth is to speak less and listen more. So you listen. You ask a question, you listen. And so if she says that she loves her job, great, I'm happy. So what is my bill today? You switch the subject. Now, if she said to you, no, I'm tired of this. Why are you so tired? You know, I mean, oh, long hours. Are you looking? What is it that you're looking for? I mean, when are you getting ready to retire? I will continue with the prospecting, asking her questions. Because if I don't have the opportunity to tell her about anything that I'm doing, I'm not going to get stressed out and go, oh, I didn't prospect anybody. No, because she works there. She's been there for 15 years. So if I come back tomorrow or the next day, she's still going to be there, correct? So I can continue the conversation. Always remember the person's name. The good thing is at the post office, they have the name badges, so then you can look right on it. But you say hello. So if you don't get there, it's okay. But if she says, oh, I wish I could find something else, right there. If there was a way to show you how to find something better, would you give me 15 minutes of your time? She says, yes. You grab her phone number. Let me get your number and I'll call you. What time you get out of work? Because they're not allowed to, you know, get on their cell phone or even write things down. So you get their phone number, you write it down, and then you find out when is a good time to call you. And then what do you do when you call them? You wait one day and you call them the following day after that, and then you set up your appointment to do the presentation. So that's how you prospect properly. You're really going out to build relationships. Now, the second step in sponsorship is to invite. Once you teach somebody how to prospect, you have to teach them how to invite properly. If you don't know how to invite, then no one comes to the home meetings. And this is why when we go to home presentations, we didn't take out the time to teach them how to invite properly and model it for them. So then when we get there, there's no shows and no one comes. And if the person does it correctly and they have a lot of guests, the probability of one of them being like that host is small to none. And I'm going to give you an example here. I called 50 people for my first home meeting. 12 people showed up. And how many signed up? 0. Not one of them. So this is correct in what they're saying, that small to none. But that's okay, because what are you doing with these people? You are practicing. You are there being the host, and they are going to be watching you. And the way our system teaches is if I come in to do the presentation for you, you sit down, you're taking notes, and you're watching me and being very tentative, because those guests are looking at you, not me. They don't know me from Adam, but they're watching you, how you react, to see your dedication, see your interest. So basically, that's when the modeling begins of you with other people. So in duplication, there is no improvisions. In duplication, there's an order, a discipline to get results. So learn how to invite, and the most power tool we have to invite is the edification. Edification of what? Edify and tell people what you have found or discovered. Tell them how you feel. Tell people you found a team with values and principles that is transforming lives of families around the world. You need to talk with enthusiasm, with passion, with inspiration, because if you're not passionate, you're not going to get anyone. So if you talk to somebody with a melancholy voice, you know, real down and low, and yeah, I came across this beautiful business, and, you know, pretty interesting, I'm excited. You're talking like that. That's no enthusiasm. There's no passion. You're not going to get anybody interested. Remember that passion equals sponsors. Inspiration equals sponsors. And sometimes people don't understand. They don't understand you, but they will say, yes, I'm going to follow this person, because they know where they're going in life, because of the confidence that they have, that you have. So those are the important Third step. Yes, I dropped signal again. I'm sorry. I'm having problems with my AT&T internet connection. So let me go back to the screen and see where we were when I talked about the fourth step is to follow up. And like I said, you can present greatly, prospect people, invite people, but if you don't do the follow-up well, then you're not going to get anywhere. Remember, an effective follow-up is within 24 to 48 hours after the presentation is given. And what are you going to be doing? It's time to figure out what the person wants to do. You want to recreate that hope through this opportunity so the person can understand that their life can be better. You have to build the trust with the person, the confidence that you're going to guide them and help them to accomplish this. That is why you do the follow-up, 24 to 48 hours. Now, the second pillar is the retention, the network retention. You have to teach people the basics so the network grows and it retains itself. What's the first step? Is the business managerial plan. That's when you do the dreams, the goals, the prospect list, you teach the invitation, you schedule the 2 home meetings, and you teach them about the follow-up. The second step is that you have to strengthen the relationship. Treat people like family. Create the trust. Show true interest in them. Don't look at people with dollar bill signs in your eyes. You have to understand that we are humans. We are going to have situations in our lives, and they're not always going to be thinking about doing for life. So when it says treat people like family, you have to understand people because people will have situations. So if you're going to be there for the person, then you need to understand them. And this is going to create a trust with them. Third point is to transfer the vision. For life and INT is the correct vehicle. We all know that. INT right now holds 66% retention in the entire industry of network marketing. Those are huge numbers. 66% retention. That's huge. INT is in over 107 countries. You can go on the intforlife.com website and see our business structure. You can see all the central meetings all over the world. And guys, what's really exciting about this is that United States is virgin territory. The American market is virgin territory. It has not been touched. That's where we're at. That's what we're growing. And For Life is a solid company, ranked number 15 on the Inc. 500 list. They have phenomenal products that are in the PDR, products that are patented. You know what it means to patent something? That means no one is going to duplicate you. So when you have a patented product, that's like no one is going to be able to duplicate what you have. That's huge. We have right now a trend that's occurring, the wellness and industry, the wellness trend that's coming. 2016, it's predicted to go to $1.5 trillion in the wellness industry. That's why I know a few network marketing companies out there that were all about technology and phones and this and that. And I just found out in the month of September of 2014, just a couple of months ago, they decided to jump into the wellness industry. Imagine that. They were a technology company and now they're in wellness. Why? Technology is very big, but there's a lot of competition out there. And it's really hard to patent anything. But the wellness was predicted to go to $1.5 trillion within a year and a month and a half. That's huge numbers. So that is taken letting people know that we have the correct vehicle. The fourth one is to connect people to the system, to the activities of the system, the central meetings, the rallies, the conference calls that I'm doing. Sorry, guys, we lost signal again. Hopefully this doesn't occur tomorrow when I have to do the presentation in the morning. But I was talking about the diamond package. We have to share this with people because with the diamond package, you come in as a diamond. You're able to collect beyond the third level. And 4Life is giving you the opportunity to qualify as a diamond, full qualification. They're giving you a whole year. So this is the important example. If you bring in John and that's in your front line, and for some odd reason, John decides to go very deep within a few months. In other words, he signs up somebody on his first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, and the network starts to really grow. Now, if you're not a diamond, you're not going to collect beyond the third level. But if you come in with a diamond package, you're able to collect for up to 1 year to become qualified diamond, which is 6 people on your front line, organizational volume of 3,000. It could all be in one leg. It doesn't matter where the points are, just that you have your 6 on your front line all doing at least 100 points. So that's the importance of the diamond package. Now, in the business is when you will start to build a relationship with the person in the business plan, the managerial plan. If the person does not make a decision to enroll, then what do? You move them to a central meeting so that the person can meet other leaders that are working together and transferring vision to many. If you don't move them and you leave them alone, they're going to die out. And eventually you might as well say goodbye. Now, if you don't have a local central meeting in English, because like I said, American market is virgin territory, then what do? You connect them to one of these, the Google Hangouts or one of my conference calls, where you try to get them connected with a group of people. You see, it's very important that you do that. So as entrepreneurs, we have to learn to activate and master the compensation plan and also teach people about the rapid rewards. There's not one company in the world that pays every day. This is what sets us apart from the rest. 4Life pays every single day. That is great. So the third pillar is the volume. First pointer, enroll with the diamond kit. I already mentioned about that. Why is this important? Because the person has the products to consume. They can share, they can sample, or they can sell products. Second pointer, backup auto ship with Club 250. If you're on this call, you need to go to the person that invited you to watch this video to find out all the benefits of the Club 250. But instead of putting people on the minimum 100 life points backup auto ship, we can move them up to the Club 250. So go to that person, go to your upline, or call 4Life directly tomorrow and ask about the benefits of Club 250. The third pointer is to promote the products. Convert people into customers if they don't want the business. We spoke about that in the beginning. You need to have 5 or more customers per month. You need to do sample parties, or you can call them mingle and taste breakfast events, mingle and taste event, whatever way you want to name it, but you need to start exposing our products. exposing our products and sampling it with people. We have the merchant referral program. You could do trade shows. There's so many different ways. Selling is not a sin. It's a legit business. That's why we're in the Direct Selling Association, and they back us up with this. So if you like to sell products, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You just need to learn. If you want to continue being a salesperson for products, that's fine. If you want to learn how to build the network, that's great. If you just want to be a customer, fabulous. So whichever way you want to go, but today's 3 pillars is more directed for someone who's trying to build the network, your distribution network, and you need to learn to work with all 3. So thanks very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this information. I'm sorry about the drop in signal so many times, but that is due to AT&T, my internet provider, so I have no control over that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this information and have a great evening.